This is Derwent Water and Lake District, and I love coming here just as the sun's gone down and everybody goes home, which is great because it means that I've kind of got the place to myself. And the colour range is so nice just after sunset, and if you shoot from where the boats launch, you can see straight out, like the sun's just gone down behind the mountains and you get this really nice composition. There's like a boathouse on one of the islands in the middle of the lake as well. And what I want you to see here, I'm going to play a time lapse for you now. I want you to see how the light changes and how the contrast changes. You see the sun's already gone behind the mountains, but watch the contrast and saturation suddenly go up as the sun goes down at that last bit, and that's the kind of time now when I want to be shooting, when you just get that little saturation boost, because then suddenly it drops off. It's like all this, it's almost like black and white at that point. First thing I'm going to do is get my exposure for the ground. So I'm going to use the shutter speed, brighten it up until it's bright enough so I've got a good exposure on the ground. In this case it's going to be 30 seconds, f9, ISO 100. Then I'm going to zoom in live view. I'm going to then start turning the focus ring on the lens. I flicked the little switch on the lens so it's switched over to manual focus, and I'm going to turn the focus ring until the mountains look nice and sharp. So at this stage I'll have my ground exposure sorted out and I know that the mountains are in focus. Then I can come back out of live view, and I'm now going to set a 2-second timer. This is so the tripod doesn't shake when I press the shutter button. Press the shutter button, after 2 seconds it will then start my 30-second exposure for me. So after I've done this, the next thing I want to be doing is going on to do the exposure for the sky. So I'll darken the exposure down by turning the shutter speed. So I'm going to go for about a 2.5 second exposure now. So I'm not worried about what the ground looks like, I just want to take a picture for the sky. And it's okay to do this method by touching the camera. I find I never have any problems doing it. I'll press the shutter button, 2-second timer, and now I've got my exposure for the sky. And the next thing to do is to go home and merge the two exposures together in Lightroom to get the final result.